Though many have forgotten, there once existed free, equal democracies. On the world of terror in the year 2031, there was the Third World War. The most advanced nations ripped the earth apart in a struggle for global dominance. The power of gods in the hands of children. The world was divided and a government rose up to lead us from the ashes. Warren formed the imperialist state of terror. He betrayed us. Consumed by power, he created a dictatorship. A totalitarian government. People inhuman took control. The practice of eugenics was used by the government to eradicate the intelligent of the world and the mindless of the government. Hacking was not uncommon. Privacy rights did not exist in this society. People disappeared in the night. However, eugenics was not the only means by which the government took care of people they did not need. In horror did Agrafena, his brother, watch. He wrote a book entitled Eleutheria. The government immediately took action and destroyed him, books with them, and fires across the whole continent. However, some things seem to have a will of their own. Call it providence, one book remained. One book that would become the hope and the strength of the future generations to come.
Up. They're coming.
My job, as you know, is to hunt down and eradicate people like you. Threats to the government. Do you admit you are actively opposing the imperialist government of Terra?
I know you, Edward. In your heart, you are with us. You're not of this government. You're a rebel yourself. You're intelligent. You know that the government is a collection of power-craving bureaucrats who are doing whatever necessary to increase their power. You have seen it and despised it. But still, You go about your days as a pawn for the government, doing whatever you know to save your own pathetic skin. You serve the same government that killed your parents and brothers. Stand down. Edward, I'm so glad you can make it. This is Mercedes, our spy. And yes, Macrophis, our high-tech hermit.
A pleasure.
Please, sit. You understand the purpose of a government, Edward?
Of course. The purpose of the government is to protect the people. But without law, how can there be any protection? The people are stupid and they're weak. The government is necessary to make the decisions for them.
Are you that ignorant? The purpose of the government is to serve the people. Robert A. Heinlein once said, "There is no worse tyranny than to make a man pay for what he does not want, merely because you think it would be good for him."
Government is a disease in mankind, but one that can be contained, inoffensive, perhaps even beneficial.
And every once in a while, a revolution is required to remind the governments of its place. I thank Providence for the chance to be a part of one. This government is the pinnacle of human tyranny, corruption, and conspiracy. And yet you still remain unconvinced about the purpose of this opposition.
I know. I have always known. The government has done terrible things to my family too. I had a father, and I had a mother, and a sister as well. I don't know what he knew. I don't know what my father knew that day he came home from work. I think he found something out. I don't know. The government didn't want him to know. I was only 5 when they shot him before my eyes. So tell me, how can anything you do stop the government? How can anything you do reconcile what they did to my family? Damn it!
I, Matthias. This is our greatest weapon. A symbol in itself is meaningless, but put a face behind it, an idea, a cause, and nothing can stop it.
Matthias, they've taken it. There's no doubt in my mind. I've witnessed firsthand how they deal with people like me. They ransack the house, and then the next day they never existed, erased from all the files. Eleutheria was taken from my home. I think it was the defense minister. Warren sent him out to get me. Meet me tonight at the Chanticleer. We need to talk. Don't get caught. And I will try myself not to get caught.
Minister, my web of spies have informed me about a disturbance in the tranquility of my empire.
Yes, Edward White. It appears there are some who are chafing under your rule and thirst for a day when this government is overthrown. This very day I was assaulted by him. In a failed attempt to pursue him, I and a regiment of soldiers examined his living headquarters. I thought all of them had been destroyed. We found a book.
What? Where? Once again, I've been assured I was meant to rule these pathetic people. Take them. Go.
Sir, something must be done.
It will be! Edward will betray them. Use someone he trusts to lead him to the dark. Trust there will be no loose ends.
Edward White. So pleased you could join me.
So I imagine you have the entire building surrounded. Why don't you just kill me now and here?
You don't think I will? It is my duty, my honor, to devise the most creative of endings for you. I will torture you, but not in the accepted manner. But first, a game of chess.
There is no worse tyranny to force a man to pay for something he does not want, merely because you think it would be good for him. Ladies and gentlemen, young and old, rich and poor, we are all here in one common cause. In all dominations, white and black, valid or invalid, the imperialist state of Terra has forced upon it its ignorant. It has taken away the intrinsic value of human existence. Warren, he has locked himself so securely in power and influence that he now believes that he has something of God. That will be his downfall. He only has so much power as is granted him by the citizens. He can be limited by the extent to which we cooperate. His work before, it will work now.
Where is Matthias and Macrophus? Where is Mercedes? What have you done with them? How did you get his voice? Did you torture them as you planned to do with me?
And what good would that possibly do me? They know nothing of this. Even now, they are speaking in a place they ignorantly think we are unaware of.
The dawn is close. We will fight now to the last man, for the freedom that is due to them, and for the thousands of others who have only us to act for them, for the children, for the weak. Now is the time to rise. The first to oppose this government's tyranny. Let him not be the last. Let Eleutheria not be written in vain.
Revolution is somewhat like chess. One strategizes. One attempts to predict the opponent's next move. Just like revolutions in the past have succeeded. When you do not have an opponent, when all you have are the pieces of the game, when your opponent's face is hidden, what can you do?
Wondering where you've been hiding all these years. Rat hole.
Though some say they have a longing for the unknown, they're all deceived. It's all over, Edward. Your friends believe you betrayed them. Even now, their meeting is being interrupted by some of my armed guards. What can you do now?
You see what has happened to your friends? To those who trusted you? You are a Judas. To the government. And now, to your people.
Sedition is my name. It is time for all to share the name as I do, until the day comes where sedition becomes freedom.